Hey, hey, hey! Happy, I don't know, you're on a really good vacation when you have no idea what day of the week it is. I think it's, I think it's Thursday. It's Thursday. It is Thursday, September 20th, and I am coming in live from Santa Ynez, which is wine country. Oh, look at you guys hopping on. I love it. You guys are awesome. When I first started to Facebook Live, like a couple years ago or whatever, I would come on and I'm just like waiting, like, is anyone gonna join me? And yay, you guys are awesome. Thank you. I'm so glad you're on live. Hi, Dana. So glad you're on live because I didn't really like define a topic tonight too much, other than how much does it cost to get a bodysuit tattoo. Don't you want to know? Hi, Dana. Hi, everybody. Um, so greetings. I hope all of you are doing well. I am in Santa Ynez, so I'm on this wonderful annual trip that I probably should not. Hi, Sama. Probably should not call a girls' trip anymore. I should probably stop calling it a girls' trip because we have 1, 2, 3 dudes here already, and 2 more coming. So I'm here in California with with my dear friend Michelle Park. She's the format expert for Kaio, and she has access to this incredible. Look at the pool. Can you see the pool behind me? She has access to this beautiful home that sleeps, I think, maybe 12 because of someone that takes her class. So we're coming here once a year and working a little bit and playing a lot. Hello, Irena. Hello. Hi, you guys. So let's see. First of all, please tonight, of any night, since I started doing these Facebook Lives about my tattoo, please, if there has ever been a night in the last 3 nights that you felt like asking a question, hey JP, I'm gonna see you in the morning. We have a business webinar, it's going down. Yes, I always work. I'm a workaholic. I like that about myself. I like to work. I can't stand like too much idle time. And so I have set up work appointments. I'm planning on totally work. Every time I travel, I work. That doesn't mean I don't have good balance in my life and can't unplug, because I can. But I'm definitely doing a little bit of work on this trip. But anyway, hi Chris! Oh my gosh, Winky! Chris Winky just hopped on. We went to high school together in a suburb of Chicago, and he nicknamed me Felon. Not because I ever broke the law, but that was his nickname. He called me Felon instead of Ellen. I loved it. I told you guys the other night I love nicknames. So let me recap and talk to you about why I'm coming on live. And this is going to be a really short video tonight because I'm going to go hang out with my friends inside and have dinner with them. I have been, much to my own amazement, as I'm sure as to your amazement, I'm a finalist, a final contestant for this Inked magazine cover girl thing. And thanks to you guys only, like, thanks to you guys and your support and willingness to spend 20 seconds a day clicking on a free vote. I'm first in my division, but there's quite a few divisions, and so I would just love to make it to the next round. So I'm trying to do this contest for Inked magazine, and I'm super proud of my tattoo. And because I want to like solicit your support and your votes, I thought now's the time to like finally like start to talk about my tattoo. Because hi Carson, because gosh, it's been so many years of this process of this bodysuit tattoo, and yet I really don't talk about it. I really don't talk about it with the world, and I really don't even talk about it with my closest friends. I've kept it super close to the chest. I talk to you guys about fitness all the time, but it's like the topic of my tattoo has just been, it's just been so private. And I've thought for a few years, like, I need to do a documentary, like, I need to tell my story, I need to talk about this. And so it just seems like now that I'm asking for these free votes every day, it just seems like now is the time to just start to share. So hi guys, hi Gail. So if you're just hopping on this and you have no context for what I'm talking about, and you go to my actual timeline and you just look back over the last 3 days, you'll see more context. On my first video, I talked about, you know, why I started getting tattooed and what the meaning was and sort of the progression. And then, you know, I did another video, and then last night I talked from the hot tub over there behind me. I talked about an area that I regretted, like a part of my tattoo that I regretted quite a bit, and I shared really honestly about that. That was last night's story. And tonight I thought I'd talk about the cost. And where I'm coming up with these topics, by the way, is because on Instagram, I love Instagram so much, by the way. Instagram's my favorite social media platform. I love Facebook too, but Instagram's my favorite. And Instagram lets you ask a question. Like, do you have, like, it lets you ask a question, and it lets you ask questions of your audience. Hi, Jembers from Minnesota. And I know, kind of, because of Instagram features, I kind of know what you're generally curious about. So like one of the questions that tends to come up is like, how much does it cost? And I guess I can just tell you, like, my tattoo artist, again, Jeff Gogwe, he charges $2,500 a day for an 8-hour session, and then you tip. I don't know if you guys know, you tip a tattoo artist. And I like to tip generously with any type of anything. If I go out to eat, I like to, if I have my hair done, if I have my nails done, I like to tip generously. So it's expensive. And I've been going for 6 years, and I didn't have a lot of money when I started going, but I've had some kind of side hustle jobs all along. You know, like even my master training job, those are jobs where I have some jobs where like the pay is just, I'm my own boss. And so anyway, I don't need to go into that. That's neither here nor there. The point is, it's expensive. And I don't even know how many hours I put in. I don't know how many days I put in. I lost track of that years ago. So the short answer is I can't really tell you how much money it's cost me, but it has been a lot. It's been a huge investment. I can also tell you, I feel like I've been talking a lot about my husband, which I didn't anticipate doing, but I can tell you something really cool about my husband and his support is that that's never been an issue between us. He's never thrown that in my face or talked about how much money I spend on it. I will also tell you that I drive an old beater car. I like it. I drive an old 2004 Toyota Highlander. I freaking love it. I love old cars. I don't know what it is. I love dogs, so I want the kind of car that my dogs can hop in with muddy feet and I don't have to freak out. So I don't have a car payment. We've paid for all of our cars, which are, none of them are really nice. We've paid for all of them in cash. And so yeah, so when people start to do the math, which you're welcome to try to do, over how much my tattoo has cost, which is a fortune, I like to say, well, I drive a beater car because it's all priorities, right? I mean, if you were to amortize what I've spent over month to month versus maybe a really nice car payment, it'd probably be about the same. So, but wait, Elizabeth, I must have missed the first comment because now I don't know what that us to. I'm not sure what that comment was about, but I always go back when I do a live video. I always go back before I go to bed at night usually, and I read through all your comments. So I will go back and figure out what I missed. So do you guys have any questions about the expense of this endeavor? Yeah. Oh, you bought your cars in cash. Yes, I'm all about that. I'm actually really frugal. Although lately I've been really enjoying spending money on travel, but old cars definitely rock. I'm kind of cheap on some things and I'm kind of expensive on others. I don't know how you guys are. But what questions do you have? If you don't have any questions, I'm sitting in a little gazebo. Look, it's so cool. Like this whole place is like it's the most amazing place. We went wine tasting today, and I'm having such a great trip. What questions do you have? It doesn't have to be related to the financial investment. I'm trying to think right off the top of my head of other questions that I get about the tattoo. Hi, Mandy. What questions do you have, you guys? Hi, Laura. Laura just hopped on. She is, oh, that's a great question. What hurt the worst? Okay, that is kind of a cost question. Laura, who hopped on and said hi, is she's coming here, and she's like, she was actually supposed to be here today. Hi, Erin. What hurt the most is this should be its own video, but I'll go ahead and touch on it now. What hurt the most was my ribs hurt the most, and my sternum. And my sternum hurt so much when I got tattooed. It was a small, like, concentrated area, so we spent 8 hours. I usually go for at least one full day, sometimes 2 days in a row of 8 hours, and it is injury, it's trauma. It takes a lot of healing. Hi, Claudia. Oh my gosh, I haven't seen you in so long. Hello. When my sternum was done, we spent, like 8 hours on a pretty small area, and I was hurting so much. And usually when oops, I have a low battery. Let me dismiss this. Hang on. I'll wrap it up really soon with this whole topic of pain. Usually when I stop getting tattooed, like at the end of the night, the pain subsides a little bit, and I go into healing mode. And this particular, when I had my sternum tattooed, it didn't subside, and I remember I was bawling, like I was in so much pain, and I'm really prideful, so I didn't start bawling until I was alone in my car. And I was driving to my friend's house. One of my best friends lives in Southern Oregon, and a lot of times I'll spend the night with her when I go down there to get tattooed. And I called my husband on the way to her house, and I was crying, and I was like, something, I'm just, this pain, the pain is like mounting. And anyway, she and I went out to dinner that night right after I got there, and I fainted in the bathroom at the restaurant because of the pain, just because of how much it hurt. So that was the most dramatic. Hi, Peggy. I love you. That was the most pain I've been in with being tattooed. With my ribs, my sides were being tattooed. It was agonizing too. I remember definitely trying to focus on different things inside the shop, to count, to distract myself. And hi, Cloud. And it was the tattoo shop is beautiful that I go to. It's really beautiful. It's full of natural light. It's very art gallery like. Right now there's a lot of Japanese art in there, and I love it. It's beautiful. There's a lot to look at. There's a lot of visual stimulus, and I just remember trying to literally distract myself every single second and breathe. Oh, you're a pain fainter. Yes, that's right. That's the only time in my life I've fainted from pain. It was pretty severe. there's a new product called Dermalize that is like almost like a second skin now that they put on top of tattoos, and that's very helpful with pain. It's very helpful with preventing infection, and it's like a second skin, and that's super helpful. So it's breathable, but yet keeps bacteria at bay. Yeah. So what was the other question? Is that it? Was that the question I was going to answer? There was another one. The pain, most painful area. The least painful area is probably oh my gosh, it all hurts so bad. Probably like my shoulders. Probably my shoulders. Yes, it was so worth it. It's been so worth it. It's been like it's helped me reclaim my life and my voice. Yeah. All right, you guys, I am probably going to sign off right now. I wanted to show you this little swan that I'm going to blow up. It's really cute, except that we're not like drinking in the pool because we're not cool like that. But look, I'm going to blow this thing up, and it's pretty cute. It's like a drink holder. The reason I think I have it is because my son has a bearded dragon, and someone once sent a picture of like bearded dragons like to take a bath in the bathtub. Sent a picture of a bearded dragon on one of these things in the bathtub floating. It was so cute. So Michelle got us one. I gotta blow it up and send it to you. But hi Kat, thank you guys for hopping on. I will probably be on tomorrow night, but I do so appreciate your time, your 20 seconds a day that you're voting. Some of you have messaged me and you guys have purchased votes. Hi Marlena. So I just, I'm so thankful that you guys would support with this little tattoo competition, this little big tattoo competition. So, if you don't know what I'm talking about, if you just click on the link in my video, you can do a free vote for me. I'm a final contestant with Inked Magazine, so I love and appreciate all of your support, and I'll see you tomorrow night.